In this segment, we're going to discuss reason number 2, why SBT is the best for you. Going back to segment number 1, where we identified that this is the safest, strongest steel-on-steel system on suspension in the market today, we're going to address a couple of other things that this design makes possible. 2 independent arms. So what do 2 independent arms mean to me when I compare it to the competition? Well, it means that I'm not, number 1, seesawing back and forth at the top. Number 2, that I can separate one arm. This one arm that I've separated, I can bring over here and put on another anchor, okay? Very, very versatile for a lot of training scenarios for some coaches and athletes and trainers that like having their clients work on a wider anchor point. Okay, so that's one of the benefits of having this design. Another benefit is that many times we want to work with one arm or one leg in a unilateral fashion, sort of like this. Well, when I'm like this, I don't have to worry about anything seesawing at the top. I can literally go from working a bilateral movement, if it's a row, very basic row, I can just let go of one and keep going and not have something like this happen where if I have a seesaw at the top and I have movement, it's gonna slip, it's gonna slide, and that can lead to a possible injury. So back here again, remember that we're steel on steel, we're not going anywhere, and I can work in that fashion. Another possibility is to work 2 people on this system. Why? Because 2 independent arms. One person is not dependent on the other. As you can see, we are both working out in this system. It is not going anywhere. If this system was not as it is set up, like this, but rather an open loop system like this system, this is what we would see happen on there, which is definitely not functional, definitely not efficient for the client or for the trainer. So many benefits of having this independent arm design. You can separate them, you can work 2 people on one unit, you can work one arm at a time on a unit without having to have both arms in your hand. Imagine having to do an exercise and having to hold both handles. It gets pretty difficult and uncomfortable to hold both of these handles or to be needing to tie anything up in order not to slip. Here, you don't slip, you let go of the one you're not going to use and you focus on using the one you are. Part of exercising is it's got to be comfortable, it's got to be efficient, and the person that we are teaching how to do movements like this, even ourselves, have to feel comfortable and safe. That leads to great exercise execution.